I can identify and describe angle pairs. First, we're going to go through the vocabulary. Vertical angles are congruent. That means they are equal. Okay? They are opposite of each other and they are never adjacent. Those are vertical angles. So remember, they make a crisscross and they are across from one another and they are exactly the same size. The next kind of angle is an adjacent angle. That means they share a side and a vertex. Okay, it's kind of like when you're in an apartment or a townhouse and you share a wall with the home next to you. That is an adjacent wall. That's the same thing with an adjacent angle. Vertical angles, you know, are equal. Adjacent angles don't have any kind of relationship like that. You have to be told their value. Supplementary angles form a straight line when they're adjacent and equal 180, or you can have two angles that together equal 180 that are not adjacent. But supplementary means 180 degrees. Complementary forms a corner, and complementary equals 90 degrees. So when two angles are touching or adjacent and they form a corner, they're 90. Or you could have two angles that are not adjacent that also together equal 90 degrees. So the one thing you might want to remember about complementary is complementary angles form a corner that's 90 degrees. Two complementary angles together equal 180, which is supplementary. Here we have several angles that we're looking at. They are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Instead of giving them names, we give them numbers. And we're going to look through and we're going to try to name some of the pairs. The first one we're going to name is a vertical pair. If you'll look, the only two angles that are exactly across from each other, share a vertex, and are exactly the same size are angles 2 and 4. I'm also going to name a pair of adjacent angles. There are several pairs of adjacent angles, but I'm just going to choose 4 and 5 because they share that side right there. Then I'm going to look for a pair of supplementary angles. There is a pair means 2. So this line right here, angle 2 and 3, form a straight line, which is 180 degrees. And then complementary angles are the ones that have the box in the corner, and together they equal 90. So in this picture, it's angles 1 and 2. Now this says to identify each angle in the figure that's adjacent to angle 3. When I get a question like this, the first thing I do is trace angle 3, and then I look and see what angles touches those sides that I just traced. In this case, it's angle 2 and it's angle 4. Okay, let's go on to the next one. All right. This says describe the relationship shown by these angles. As you can see, it's two angles that form a straight line. So the angles shown are supplementary. So let me see if I can get my stylus to work for me. They are supplementary. And the reason they're supplementary is because the sum of their measures is 180 degrees. Okay, let's see about the next one. All right, that looks like the end of that video.